Hi, I'm Christian Ferry, President and CEO of Blockstar. Blockstar is an ICO advisory and investment firm. We advise companies on how to go ICO. And we also invest in cryptocurrencies. Yeah, the alpha, the best returns. Ideally, we invest in fund of funds. It's a fund of funds called Protocol Ventures out of San Francisco. We invest in the top 6 funds like Polychain, Block Tower, Metastable, and so forth, seeking alpha. So what I look for in entrepreneurs that invest in are, number one, the quality of the team. The team has to have the skill set, the background, the pedigree to be able to pull off whatever they want to pull off. Number two is the board of advisory, the support structure they have to have in place, right? So how well are they able to gather the right people with the right skill set in it? And number three, I look at the idea. Especially in the ICO and blockchain space right now, there are a lot of moonshots. I go through 200 plus white papers a month that are coming in. I have a research team in India, overseas, that actually helps me kind of go through that. And what we look for is basically attainable projects, right? There's a lot of moonshots, as I said, right? People are trying to build YouTube when it's 1992, when you had a dial-up. In reality, you need a broadband, right? So these are the 3 things I look for. Well, I think there are a lot of exciting projects out there. I think some of the things that I can recall and pique my interest. Definitely patient-owned data in the healthcare space. So if you think right now, your data is owned by healthcare providers, right? Whether insurance companies or hospitals. Tomorrow, these companies are building protocols that are capable basically to give patients the right to own their own data, to own it, and through permission-based blockchain to help them decide whether they want to sell the data, at what price, and to whom. So it's going to be a game changer for a lot of people, starting from healthcare, and I think that is going to then expand to government-based services as well. Think about it, a few questions, but starting from the one, because it's a beautiful place. So Puerto Rico is really fabulous. Number 2, because it's a big movement, right? It started with rock peers, basically making Puerto Rico the crypto island of the world, right? I think it's fabulous that it's part of the United States, but it still has different regimes and fiscal and legislative regime that is different from the actual United States. So it's much more favorable. I think it's a great opportunity. If you think how America was built, a bunch of European guys tired of the regulatory and the fiscal pressures of Europe, they came to America to basically make it happen. And that's what we're seeing. We're seeing basically migrations to Puerto Rico for this, right? It's much easier to kind of set up a shop if you're a blockchain space, if you want to invest in the space, if you want to do an ICO. So, I think a lot of things will happen in Puerto Rico in this year. I think the media has been watching carefully the space, especially when Bitcoin hit $10,000. That got a lot of people talk about it. I think good and bad. I think we all agree that the technology is great. It's a real breakthrough. This is going to change things. We're going to think about life before blockchain, just like we think now of life before internet, right? But and then we have the speculations happening in the cryptocurrencies, right? And I think that's what get people very concerned. So I think media kind of help fuel that concern. But I think as more development in the security and scalability aspect will happen in the cryptocurrency space, a lot of that kind of negativity will kind of move away, and we're going to talk about more about the technology, blockchain, and what use cases will empower in the future. Hi, I'm Christian Ferry, President and CEO of Blockstar, and you're watching Decentric Media.